You are live. Yay. Okay. Now I'm just waiting to see if someone pops in. Hopefully. Hopefully you can hear me too. And it's not like too close to my mouth. I don't know. Um Hello. No one has joined in yet. Hopefully soon people will join, or maybe my computer's just lagging and there are people. Hopefully. I'm going to go with that assumption. I have one viewer. Okay, that's cool. And it's possible that my computer's lagging, but one person is enough for me to start. Hi, everyone. My name is Piper, and welcome to today's Facebook Live. Or not just Facebook, we're also streaming on YouTube. Silly me. This is my second time using this platform, and you might be watching me on Facebook, you might be watching me on YouTube, but it's like a new feature for me. Well, it's my second time, so I should be a pro. I'm going to try to be a little more adventurous with my features because I was watching on Friday when Barcode did hers and she just had all these cute banners and I was like, "Whoa. I need to, be a little bit more adventurous, start using some of the cool features." So I have this welcome back one. I also feel like a cool YouTuber because now I have like a headphone with like a microphone set and I have a ring light. When's Hollywood calling me? I'm just kidding. I hope you all are doing well today. Today, we are going to be talking about our place in Peacebuilding because, as you may know, this month our lives are focusing on World Thinking Day, which is actually next Monday. Pretty exciting. It's coming up soon. So, if you have missed any of our live streams in the past, some of them are on YouTube. All of them are on Facebook, on our Facebook page. So there's multiple places now that you could watch them, which is really cool. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about what our specific place is in Peacebuilding. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'd love to hear any comments that you all have. If you have questions on anything, let me know. I'm not afraid to Google things if I don't know the answer. And yeah, I just hope to see some engagement today. So, just as a quick refresher as we jump into it, let's talk about what Peacebuilding is. I can get rid of this banner. Cool. Now it just has my name. Okay. What is Peacebuilding? So, I specifically went over this last Wednesday, but as just like a little refresher, Peacebuilding is the action of seeking to build peace. Makes sense. But to go to expand on that a little bit more, it's addressing the underlying causes of conflict and helping finding solutions. So basically it's communication, because if you have a conflict with someone, right? And this is pretty common. Like you might feel like very passionate about something and you might, both be like yelling, or both sides are yelling, or but yelling at each other doesn't mean that you're essentially hearing each other, you know? So the important thing to resolve conflict with is, being calm and actually seeking out and willing to hear the other person's side. And then hopefully they will actively be understanding and listening to your side. That way you guys can come together and find a solution. So that's what peace building is, and that's a technique that's used all around the world to help solve bigger conflicts. Now, we might be a little bit young, that's okay, but we can still apply peace building to our everyday lives. So, how am I going to phrase this? If you would like to comment and you feel, like you'd like to comment something, I want to ask, how do you resolve conflicts with people? It's okay if you're honest and you know that resolving conflicts isn't your strong suit, Um Your sister yells a lot when she argues. Yeah. Again, sometimes you feel really passionate about something, right? And you just feel like the anger boiling inside of you, like cartoons, right? When they get angry, I love that I'm saying this. Like you could see them going red and red and red and red, and there's steam coming out of their ears, right? Like that's sometimes how arguing can feel like, or getting into conflicts. I mean, I've been there, we've all been there. That's a pretty normal reaction. But I think the most important part is maybe try not to show your emotion that way. If you're really passionate about something, I'd say the best way is to allow yourself to be like, you know what? This is not going to be productive. I'm feeling very passionate about it right now. I'm using passionate as, a nicer word for feeling a lot of emotions and not nice emotions. Let's put a pin in it. Let's pause. Let's come back to this when I'm calm, you're calm, and we can have a civil conversation about it. So yeah. Any other ways of solving conflict? Because it's important. And also on the flip side of it, so you might get over emotional, or sometimes you might just be like, you know what? Confrontation is not my thing. I'm just going to let it slide under the rug. Well, that's not good either, because everyone should be able to, feel comfortable and, not feel like they can't voice their opinion if something upsets them. Yeah. Well, that's what I have to say on that. But I have a little thing. So, in the world of Girl Scouting, Girl Guiding, the world in general, there's different like levels of things, right? So you might handle different conflicts of things at different levels, right? I'm going to handle an argument with my sibling way differently than how I would deal with an argument with my parents, right? Or at least that's just me. So I have, in the world of like Girl Scouting and things like that, I have this little, I first, when the ring light didn't focus, I was like, oh no, I worked hard on it. Okay. So I have, oh wait, there's a comment. How about writing down our frustrations? That's actually I didn't even think about that. That's a really good tip. And I'd say that with every emotion is sometimes you just need an outlet to say something, and that like when you're in your calming down period. So maybe you go rant to a friend if you can, like on the phone. COVID times, so be safe. Maybe you talk about it with a friend, or maybe you express your emotions better by writing something down. That's a really good tip. Thank you for that. That was really good. Okay, so in the world of Girl Scouting and Girl Guiding, I have there's a little different things, different levels to it, right? So the first small little circle, you can't really see, but they're different shaped circles. So the different levels are me, a troop, service units, regions, councils, GSUSA, and then WAGs. So GSUSA, Girl Scouts across our country, and then WAGs, Girl Scout and Girl Guiding throughout the world. Okay, so my question, and if you feel comfortable in the comments, you can go ahead and write it, or I can answer it too. You might handle different confrontations differently, right, within these different units. So when I have a conflict within myself, right, so like that's possible. Sometimes you're like, wow, I didn't like that. Something that you did and you're feeling upset about it. So how would you handle it with yourself? Well, reflecting on it, figuring out why you did something that you feel like you regret now, or you're like, oh, I didn't handle that the right way. So what led you to act like that? What can you do in the future to prevent it? Just asking yourself some reflecting questions. Now with your troop, now hopefully, if you guys have a troop, some of you guys are Juliets, which is really cool too. But with your troop, hopefully you really like them, right? And you could almost call them like your sisters. You're really close. I was really close with my Girl Scout troop too. So, and you have conflicts, like sometimes you could like fight like your actual siblings. So again, just finding healthier ways to deal with it, not exploding in each other's faces. You could, put a pin in it. You could write things down and just come back to it at a later date. And like that's how you would solve conflicts within other things too, right? Although I would say, so service unit, let me explain, because I just learned what this is. Maybe you all know what a service unit is, and I just was late to the party. But service units are essentially, some other councils don't have like regions. So Girl Scouts of San Gregorio Council, like we have different regions, right? Like Central West, that was my region. So it's basically like just dividing our big council into smaller groups that you could like find a representative to help you in like cookie sales, other questions, and from that side of Girl Scouts, right? So service units is essentially the same thing, except instead of, it might be like a neighborhood or like a city, so it's on a smaller scale, right? So that's what a service unit is. So I'm going to equate this to like camp. So like, because I love camp, I'm wearing my Skyline Ranch hoodie. Maybe if you were at camp or somewhere that you're interacting with people that like you don't really know, right? But like an issue comes up. Like you're going to handle that issue a little bit differently than if you already know the person, right? And you're already comfortable with them. So that's when you can maybe get an adult. So like at camp, if feel like there's an issue, like you would tell a counselor or a troop leader. If you're camping with your Girl Scout troop and there's other people there too, you would, find a trusted adult to help you navigate a different situation, right? Yeah. So peace building is all about understanding different sides, right? Um, I feel like, especially with feeling a lot of emotions, right? It's hard to get caught. It's easy to get caught up with just feeling all of the emotions on your side and just kind of making the other person or side be like the bad guys, right? Like you're like, oh, I don't understand how they could think like this. My way is obviously the right way, blah, 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 blah. And I get it. Like, even as an adult, I sometimes get caught up in all my emotions, right? But we have to understand like we all grew up differently. We all have different beliefs that kind of play and other outside factors that play in to our mindset. So peace building is what's helping us be like, you know what? Let's sit down. Let's figure out why you think your way, why I think my way, and what we can do so that we can all live like coexisting peacefully, right? Without a lot of major slip ups. And that's kind of like living by like the Girl Scout law and promise, right? That we like pledge to do is so the Girl Scout promise and law is basically the qualities that we try to live up to, right? So it's like honesty, treating people with respect, being kind to everyone. Well, sometimes we're only human, right? So sometimes we're gonna mess up and we're gonna be like, oh, I did not handle that situation well. And that's okay. That's gonna happen. I tell my Girl Scout Life Club this all of the time. Like, you're gonna mess up. It's okay. No one is expecting you to be this perfect, all around good person because you're in Girl Scouts. They expect you to know these qualities and to try your best to live out to them. And when you make a mistake and you get caught up in all like these passionate emotions, as I keep referring it to, it's just owning up that you made a mistake and being like, you know what? I did not handle that situation well. I'm very sorry. That was wrong for XYZ, and this is what I'm going to do to fix it. I lost my train of thought, but I hope that kind of spiel made sense. Peace building is all about trying to figure out how you can resolve things in a calm and civilized manner. And I think the earlier that we all kind of understand that in our lives, the better our future and what future generations will be like. Because then we can solve kind of the tough issues that are brought up in our society. But yeah, that is essentially what I have to say for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you learned a little something or felt validated. I don't know, or enjoyed it at the very least. Um, our next Facebook Live will be this Friday at 3 p.m. Remember, Facebook, or not Facebook, because we're on YouTube. Our live streams are now at Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and then Fridays at 3 p.m. And then, just as a reminder, World Thinking Day is this upcoming Monday. I think it's the 22nd, right? Yeah, the 22nd. I hope you all are staying safe. You're staying hydrated. Drink lots of water. That's important. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.